Alright, so here's the situation. In just a few days, Samsung walks onto that stage, says a few dramatic words, dims the lights, and introduces the next generation of Galaxy phones. But before that happens, we've got one last look at everything the internet thinks it knows about the Galaxy S26 lineup. And honestly, some of this sounds wild. Let's start with the design. If you were expecting a complete reinvention, relax. From the leaks so far, the S26 series looks like Samsung took last year's formula and just tightened every screw. Same flat frame, same clean camera layout, but now there's this subtle raised camera plateau that gives it a bit more presence, similar to what we saw on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Color-wise, it looks like we're getting white, black, sky blue, and a standout cobalt violet for the Ultra. Apparently, even the regular S26 and S26 Plus are getting premium colors this time. And interestingly, no titanium branding anywhere, which suggests Samsung might be switching materials again, possibly back to aluminum. Now here's something that raised my eyebrows. The base S26 is rumored to weigh just 137 grams. That would make it lighter than the iPhone 13 mini. If that's true, that's not just impressive. That's ridiculous. I'll believe it when I hold it. Display is where things start getting spicy. The regular S26 could technically grow in size, from 6.2 to 6.27 inches, but likely just because the bezels are shrinking. So you get more screen without a bigger phone. The Plus seems unchanged. But the S26 Ultra? That's where things get interesting. Rumors point to a new M14 OLED panel that could push brightness to insane levels. We're talking 2,600 nits across the full display and potentially close to 6,000 nits in HDR highlights. That's proper squinting outdoors at noon territory. And then there's the feature that genuinely sounds futuristic, a built-in privacy screen. Samsung apparently calls it Flex Magic Pixel. Instead of sticking on one of those awkward matte screen protectors, the display itself can selectively hide parts of your screen from side angles. Even better, you might be able to apply it only to specific areas, like just your notifications, or just your banking app. That's the kind of feature that once you use it, you probably can't go back. Performance is almost guaranteed to be a monster. All models are expected to run the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, likely the 4 Galaxy version with slightly higher clocks. In some regions, Samsung may ship the Exynos 2600 instead. Either way, we're looking at 12 gigabytes of RAM as the new standard across the lineup. And finally, the base storage could jump to 256 gigabytes. No more 128 gigabytes in 2026. It's about time. Now cameras. The S26 and S26 Plus are expected to keep the same setup as last year, which isn't bad, just not groundbreaking. The Ultra, though, might tweak things in interesting ways. The 200-megapixel main sensor, likely still Samsung's ISOCELL HP2, could get a much wider f1.4 aperture. That means more light, better low-light shots, and stronger natural background blur. The 5x telephoto may also get a brighter aperture. But here's the controversial bit. The 3x telephoto sensor might actually get smaller, which is confusing, because that lens was already the weakest in the setup. If true, Samsung is probably leaning harder on digital crop from the main sensor instead. Video could see a major upgrade too. There are whispers about a new APV codec that supports 12-bit color and 444 chroma, basically Samsung's answer to Apple's ProRes on devices like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and reportedly more storage efficient. Battery upgrades look modest but welcome. The base S26 could jump to 4,300 mAh. The Ultra might go up to 5,200 mAh. Charging speeds could increase from 45 watts to 60 watts. There's also talk of magnetic wireless charging, similar in concept to MagSafe, but possibly implemented through cases rather than built-in magnets. And yes, satellite emergency connectivity may finally arrive, which is one of those features you hope you never use, but would be very glad to have. As for pricing, leaks suggest Samsung might hold steady. If that happens, we're likely looking at $799 for the base S26, $999 for the Plus, and $1,299 for the Ultra, but this time starting at 256 gigabytes. Now, obviously, and I have to say this, none of this is official yet. These are leaks. Some will be accurate, some will be completely wrong. That's part of the fun. But here's the thing. If even half of these upgrades land, the brighter display, the built-in privacy mode, the performance jump with Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, or Exynos 2600, the battery bump, the S26 Ultra, could quietly become one of the most complete Android phones we've ever seen. And in just a few days, we'll know. When Samsung steps onto that unpacked stage, we'll see what was real and what was internet imagination. So make sure you're subscribed, because as soon as everything goes official, we're breaking it all down properly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you right after Unpacked.